Hey everyone, welcome to
S&A Let's Play. Hold on. In our last video, we did a prologue to
Mystic Destiny's Serendipities of... Oopsies. Retry. Mystic Destiny's Serendipity of Aeons.
Today, we are going to start Tatsuya's story.
Here we go, Chapter 1. When Tatsuya isn't concentrating on his studies, he tends to run a little hot and cold. Even as a child, he was always very confused. Even as a child, he was always very focused and serious, but those traits have become even more dominant due to the current state of his family. Tatsuya is confident in his powers and abilities, but he isn't always keen to show them. Story. Chapter 1. Chapter 1. Icebreaker. I pushed myself to stand and look at the men surrounding me. The other guys seem little... I don't know. I'm not sure I could rely on them. My eyes settle on the blue-haired guy. Other than Professor Kazama, I think he looks the most serious and reliable. I'll go with Tatsuya. Tatsuya sighs audibly.
I see. I'm not sure if I'll have time to help you properly, but I guess that was the most reasonable choice you could have picked. You might just have a good head on your shoulders.
Ugh, arrogant much? Maybe I made the wrong decision. Don't be too harsh with Shujin, Tatsuya. I can't quite hear what Shinji mumbles, but I'm certain it is something. Oh my god! I can't quite hear what Shinji mumbles, but I'm certain it has something to do with a stick up someone's butt.
Tatsuya can be a little difficult, but he's reliable and skilled. You'll be safe with him.
Difficult? I frown, feeling a twinge of regret.
I know, I might have sounded a little off-putting before, but it's just because I'm usually pressed for time. If you stick with me, you won't need to worry about anything, so it makes sense. I'm not entirely sure of your situation, but oh my gosh. I'm not entirely sure of your situation, but I'll be... Oh my god.
Take 20.
I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. Ooh. I'm not entirely sure of your situation, but I'll be there to guide you the whole day. Oh my gosh!
Take 58.
I'm not entirely sure. That was a little fast for him.
I'm not entirely sure of your situation. But I'll be there to guide you the whole way.
The opposite of what you would think. I'm not entirely sure. Oh Laughing fit number 20.
Oh no, it's waking up. Crap.
Hurry. I'm not entirely sure of your situation, but I'll be there to guide you the whole way.
Oh, thank you. Maybe he's more sensitive than I thought. Tatsuya glances at his watch and starts striding over to the elevator.
But because of this situation, I'm gonna be late for work. If you want help getting home, hurry up and come on.
Jerk. I rushed to catch up with him, just barely making it in before the elevator closes. What is with this guy? He has some serious mood swings. The elevator slowly moves up the floors, unheeding of our uncomfortable silence. I can barely keep up with him, and I'm already feeling tired and shaky to boot. Seriously, what an asshole. Tatsuya pushes open the door to outside. I squint at the brightness of the setting sun. He finally glances back and slows down. But when he opens his mouth again, it isn't to apologize.
I'm gonna tell you some important things, but I'm going to do it fast, so you better listen up.
Ugh. But Tatsuya takes this as an opportunity to launch into a fast-paced lecture.
I don't know why you seem to have no idea what's going on here, but I don't have time to ask about it right now. I'll give you a rundown of the basics. You are some kind of human with magic abilities. Magic can be tied to emotions for some types of powers, and yours clearly are. Professor Kazuma intentionally triggered your magic before, but I'm certain he miscalculated because they were far greater than he anticipated.
Tatsuya glances at me.
You might even have the power to blow up the whole school. Who knows?
Awesome.
But your control is non-existent at best. You need to focus on keeping calm and keeping your emotions in check. Lucky for you, I'm an expert at this.
I somehow feel even more offended at this. I'm not the type to have a problem controlling my feelings. The man tried to attack me.
Fair enough. But the fact of the matter is, you have way too much power and not enough control. For your safety and the safety of those around you, you need to keep calm while we work on your skills.
Easier said than done, dude.
If you feel like you might still be too emotionally unstable, you can come to work with me. It's my mother's cafe, so you could just stay in the back or something.
No, I'm just exhausted, so I'll go to sleep when I get home. Darn it. No, I'm just exhausted, so I'll just go to sleep when I get home. I was fine all day before Professor Kazama decided to attack me.
Another fair point. Alright, I'll trust that. Give me your phone, though, if you would. I want to add my contact info in there so you can call me if you have any issues.
Reluctantly, I pull my phone out and pass it to him. I watch as he quickly opens the contacts and puts his number and email in. He hands it back to me.
I put my phone number in there, but honestly, I prefer instant messages or email. I'm pretty busy, so I don't like to chat unless it's critical.
Okay. We're turning onto the street leading to my apartment when I feel a wave of fatigue hit me. Whoa! My knees buckle and I nearly fall, but I manage to catch myself. I feel like I can't take another step. The world is moving in front of my eyes. I stop and grab my head, willing the earth to stay still. Up ahead, Tatsuya finally stops, turns around, then jogs back to me.
You okay?
Sorry, I shake my head and stand up taller. I'm just feeling a little dizzy. ... Tatsuya looks around the empty street, then looks back at me. I couldn't have possibly predicted what happens next. Tatsuya moves closer to me and stares into my eyes. What is it?
I'm going to pick you up now.
Huh?
I'm late to work. I'm sorry about this, but I don't have time to argue.
With that, he bends down and puts one arm around my legs and one behind my back. He effortlessly scoops me up before I have the chance to process what's going on. What are you doing? Put me down!
Nope.
Tatsuya starts striding before breaking out into a ridiculously fast run. Holy crap! I'm terrified more than embarrassed, so I reluctantly throw my arms around his neck. He looked like a skinny little nerd to me. I can't believe he has this kind of speed. He's clearly not human. Still, I'm going to murder him when he puts me down. But Tatsuya never lets me down, only slows a little when we get to my apartment stairs. Despite my protests, he doesn't let me down until we actually are in front of my door. He gently lets me down, as if I weighed nothing. I feel so unsteady on my feet that I have to lean onto the door. I glare at him, breathing heavily. I told you to put me down, don't you ever! Tatsuya utterly shocks me silent by bowing. Oh. Yum, yum, yum. Tatsuya utterly shocks me by bowing.
I apologize for doing that. I know I know it was rude to touch you without permission, but I have to help my mother now. You should get some rest. I hope you feel better.
I can't even think of one word to say as Tatsuya quickly turns around and jogs down the stairs. I'm making my way to the business club fairly early. It's been 3 days since Tatsuya embarrassingly carried me home in his arms. But I hadn't had any other outbursts or losses of control since. Aside from him emailing me to ask how I'm doing and trying to educate me, I haven't had any contact with Tatsuya. He did let me know that the actual club meeting doesn't start until a particular time. It's not unusual for some of the members to come early to hang out before it starts. However, when I get into the room, I see only Tatsuya sitting there. With his eyes glued to the computer monitor, his fingers type something furiously. I guess I'll just catch up on my emails then. I quietly sit on the couch and take out my laptop. After a few minutes, I glance at Tatsuya. ... He doesn't seem to notice anything other than whatever is on the computer screen. I look back down to my laptop. My fingers hover over the keys and I stare at the screen. The read but unreplied to emails stare back at me, all of them with his name on them. Despite not seeing me in person even once until now, he dutifully emails me several times a day. I read back over the emails now, filled with information and details about controlling my powers. And while I appreciate all of it, it has been more than a little overwhelming. I've been doing my best to try to keep up, but there's already so much I don't understand. I feel so frustrated with myself, but all I can do about it is to keep trying my best. With 10 minutes still left before the meeting starts, I figure I have just enough time to review all of my emails. The sound of fingers tapping is the only thing that fills the room for a while. I just about finished when Tatsuya's voice breaks in the silence.
Oh, you're here, Fujimoto.
I nod. Did he not notice me come in? You said it was fine to come a little early, if I wanted to get something done before the meeting. Although, the way you wrote it made it seem like there's usually quite a few people here.
As the president, I'm here early every time. Excluding me, at most there are 3 others.
Huh? Are there no more people in the club?
Unfortunately, no. The business club severely lacks in members. And of the 3 who do show up, only 2 of them are actual members.
Tatsuya. Sigh.
Takume just likes to hang out here, but he isn't a member.
I don't even know how to reply to Tatsuya's admission. I guess I just assumed there would be more people here. Oops. Oh, crap. Oh. Oops. Taking a momentary silence as a sign to continue, Tatsuya keeps talking.
It doesn't matter. Everyone is here for their own reasons and motivations, ones that have little to do with the club. So you don't need to pretend like you're serious about it.
I don't bother hiding the frown forming on my face. Why would I need to pretend? And anyway, if you don't even bother to try and make something happen, nothing will. Waiting for other people to care can take forever. You have to make them care instead. Maybe we could do something that would get people serious. Something that would make them interested. Maybe like visiting some businesses? We could Maybe like visiting some businesses? We could study the way they work. We could even visit ones that are relevant to the other members' interests. I expected Tatsuya to scowl and retort something rude to me after my impromptu speech, but instead he just looks pensive.
Well, if you feel that passionate about it, you should submit an official proposal next time.
Oh, all right. I'll make sure to do that. No. I'll make sure to do that. Tatsuya checks his watch.
Since it's 10 minutes past and no one's here yet, we can pretty much safely assume there's not there. Blah, 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 blah. Since it's 10 minutes past 10. Oh my god! 10 minutes.
Take 50.
Since it's 10 minutes past and no one's here yet, we can pretty much safely assume they're not coming.
Shouldn't we wait for them?
I know these guys, and besides, that's a... I know these guys, and besides, that it's a waste of time. That'll have to be it for today's meeting. Since it's just the two of us today, it's pointless to extend it anymore. If you come up with more solid suggestions before the next meeting, write them all in your proposal.
Tatsuya begins to put his things away, and I follow suit. Wasting no time, I already begin making a list of suggestions in my head. Tatsuya stands up and looks at me.
I forgot to ask you about your magical training. Alright. I'll walk you home so that I can answer any questions you have.
You don't have to. We can talk about it later.
No.
My chair farted.
No, as long as you're fine with it. This is more convenient for me. Shall we go?
I nod. Tatsuya holds the classroom door open for me, and we set off through the empty halls. We walk through the campus without a word. Oops. I glance at Tatsuya walking by my side. I don't know if he's being more considerate for me this time or what, but his pace is far slower than before. He looks back at me and our eyes meet.
Have you done any of the suggested exercise yet? Have you done any of the Have you done any of this
suggested? Try again.
Oh my gosh.
Take 38.
Have you done any of the suggested exercises?
Wah, wah, wah.
Have you done any of the suggested exercises yet? How's your training going?
It's not going anywhere. I haven't had any loss of control or I haven't had any losses of control or even a single hint of magic. I'm starting to wonder if the whole thing is pointless. Maybe it was just a one-time event. Tatsuya snorts. Snort.
I could have snorted.
Snort!
Unlikely. An outburst like that indicates clear or present powers.
What? Try that again.
I'm trying not to laugh. Unlikely. An outburst like that indicates clear and present powers. Magic doesn't just go away. And the fact that one of your eyes is now green proves that something is up. That is unless the one green eye is just some odd-fashioned statement on your part.
Huh? What? My eye is green? A strange chill spreads through my body. What are you talking about? I have brown eyes. I stop walking. My feet are rooted to the spot. Tatsuya stops and looks back at me with a frown.
What's wrong now?
With shaking hands, I reach into my bag and pull out my compact mirror. Jeez, can you freak out much? I almost don't notice Tatsuya come close. I almost don't notice Tatsuya come... Oh my god. I almost don't notice Tatsuya come closer as I open the mirror to have a look. My eyes! Almost automatically, I cover my mouth with my hand. How did I not notice? Even as I ask myself this, I realize that I know the answer. Even as I ask myself this, I realize that Oh my god. Even as I ask myself this, I realize that I know the answer to it already. Do you not look in the mirror, woman?
I know. Like...
I mean, how can you not notice? Isn't it supposed to be like a day since?
3 days.
3 days. Oh yeah, it has been 3 days. What the heck?
Well, since she's been with, since she's seen Tatsuya, and then before
I think it was like one day before that. Yeah. That's crazy. I've been so busy, so wrapped up in my worries that I left myself... I've been so busy, so wrapped up in my worries that I let myself miss something this big. I can't stop shaking. It's getting hard to breathe. Tatsuya stands before me with a frown on his face and speaks in a quiet, gentle voice.
I apologize. I thought you knew. There's nothing to be afraid of. Remember that I'm here to help.
His voice sounds oddly soothing. I look up at him, but my heart Oh my god! I look up at him, but my heart still refuses to calm down. Is this a side effect or something? That explosion? Or maybe something the professor did. Is there a way to fix this? Whatever this is?
Why don't we take a break?
Immediately, Tatsuya veers off to the right, towards the courtyard.
I'll get you a drink to calm down. I'll get you a drink to calm you down.
Okay. Oh, she said the same thing I did. Okay. Thank you. Can I get some iced coffee, please?
Iced coffee? Sure. Sit. I'll be right back.
Stay. Roll over. Play dead. As Tatsuya strides off to the vending machine, I take a seat on one of the branch. Oh my god, on a branch. Yes, I sit on a branch. As Tatsuya strides off to the vending machine, I take a seat on one of the benches. I look down at the compact mirror in my hand. A green eye reflects back at me, and for a moment, I feel like tossing the mirror away.
Here.
A can of iced coffee is thrust in front of my face.
You said it like a
A can of iced coffee is thrust in front of my face, instantly dissipating all thoughts. Thank you. I take the can from Tatsuya, and he sits down on the bench next to me. My voice is going bleh. I don't know what to say, so I open the can and take a sip.
About your eyes.
I look at him quietly drinking some coffee. I look at him quietly drinking my coffee.
If it's a side effect of your magic, there's probably no way to change it. At least until you master your magic, you can change it yourself.
I see. I suppose that makes sense.
Have you at least been reading the materials I sent you?
Yes, but it's all very confusing. There are so many terms I don't understand, and so many references to things that sound like they're out of fantasy movies.
Haven't you been going over this stuff in any of your classes?
Well, Professor Kazama has mentioned some of it, but most of what he talks about isn't part of what you sent me.
Then you only have one magical class.
I nod. Tatsuya looks deep in thought for a moment before glancing at me.
I'll talk to someone about allowing you to sit in on a practical magic class tomorrow. I'll also see about adding some more courses to your list. You need to be able to understand the basics before I can help you.
A smile tugs at my lips at the confidence in his voice. He's pretty capable. If I say there's a problem, he immediately takes action to fix it. I think I made the right choice after all. With him helping me, I think I can get through this. Thanks, Yukimura. Thanks, Yukimura. I think that will be helpful. No longer feeling so overwhelmed, I finish my coffee and get up with Tatsuya following suit. On the rest of our walk home, he talks a little bit about the basics of magical control, but his tone is a lot less abrasive than it was the first day. When we part ways at my door, I'm left feeling a little lighter than before. The next day, What was that? The next day, I managed to get... I think I was trying to say imagine.
Yeah.
The next day, I managed to get through most of my morning... Oh my gosh! The next day, I managed to get through most of my morning rituals when I hear what is wrong with me? The next day, I managed to get through most of my morning rituals when I hear the familiar vibration of my phone. I finish getting dressed and check my phone to find an email from Tatsuya.
Okay. Good morning. I talked to Professor Kazama. You've been granted permission to come and sit on his beginner practical magic course while they get you officially set up. I will send you another email with the map and room info soon. Yukimura.
I quickly scan his words. Another class with Hikaru? I can't say that I didn't expect it, although I was half hoping I would sign up. I can't say that I didn't expect it, although I was half hoping I would get signed up for some other class. Go back. I can't say that I didn't expect it, although I was half hoping I would get signed up for some other class. My other class is mainly just theory, but an actual magic practice with him. I distinctly remember the way he triggered my powers last time and shudder. That's a nice shudder. I stare at my phone screen, biting my lip. I can't shake Oh my god. I can't shake the anxious... Oh my god. I can't shake the anxious feeling rising in my chest. It'll be okay, right? Oh, go back. That sounded like crap. It'll be okay, right? Despite my misgivings about Hikaru, there's a part of me that feels oddly Despite my misgivings about Hikaru, there's a part of me that feels oddly invigorated about the prospect of another magical course. Maybe it'll be fun. It might be fascinating, actually. With these thoughts, I finally finish getting ready for the day and make my way out to the university. After all my regular classes, I walked all the way down to the basement. I'm actually kind of excited now. Oh my gosh! I'm actually kind of excited now. After talking about it with Tatsuya yesterday, it doesn't feel as scary as before. I quickly get into the elevator and get the hidden button to appear and press it a couple of times. I wonder if I'll ever get used to things like this. But I sense someone's presence in the small space with me. I look back at the person I didn't notice before. A familiar figure is standing against the back of A familiar figure is leaning against the back wall of the elevator. He's one of the guys from business club. Takumi, I think. My heart starts to hammer away. Was he in the elevator before? Did I just not see him when I came in? He grins. Finally noticed me, huh? The elevator doors slowly close with a quiet ding. Yes. How did you... I'm not sure how to ask. I don't know the appropriate protocol for asking someone if they have powers or not. Can I even ask such a thing? What if it's rude? You're wondering how you didn't notice me. Oh my god, that's a question. You're wondering how I didn't... You're wondering how you didn't notice me? Or maybe how I got in here all... Oh my... Or maybe how I got in here at all. Well, yes. Something about him turns almost devilish at the moment. Oh my god. Something about him turns almost devilish at that moment. I followed you, of course. What? Takumi laughs. I'm super good at being sneaky, so there's no need to freak. That's why you didn't notice me before. I just have a good idea of where you're going, and it's somewhere Tatsu never lets me go. Well, that makes you feel good, huh? I frown, unsure of how to reply. I choose to remain quiet on the ride down. Not much I can do to stop him now, anyway. I wait for the doors to open, but my eyes drift towards Takumi again. For some reason, the strange color of his eyes feels strangely familiar. I can't shake the feeling of déjà vu. Could it be that I know him from somewhere? Before I can look away again, he catches me looking at him. His lips twitch into a grin as he leans in closer. You've been staring at me so hard. Oh, that sounds... No. You've been staring... You've been staring so hard at me. Interested? Or maybe you got some other reason. Which one should we choose? And what if I was interested? Ugh, the game's derping, I think. Okay, there it goes. Ugh, this guy. Ugh, this guy. Oh my god. Ugh, this guy. Alright, let's see if this works. And what if I was interested? What then? I lean in just a little bit closer. My reply seems to have the desired effect of... Oh my gosh. What is purple eyes? Oh, he's blushing. My reply seems to have the desired effect when a slight blush. Wait, when a slight. Oh, it's called. My reply seems to have the desired My reply seems to have the desired effect when a slight blush colors Takumi's cheeks. He's blushing. Success. Maybe you shouldn't ask. Actually, let me do the success over. Okay, so I'll do the little laugh, like a little giggle. That sounded even worse. Oh well. Success. Maybe you shouldn't ask questions you aren't prepared. Maybe you shouldn't ask questions you aren't prepared to hear the answers to. The elevator finally stops and the door opens with a ding. Takumi grins and backs up. You're as interesting. Oh my god. You're as interesting as I remember. Wink. What? I step quickly out of the elevator, looking. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I step quickly out of the elevator without looking back at Takumi. When I get off, I almost run into someone. I stop in my tracks, seeing Tatsuya of all people waiting just outside the door. Ooh, look at that shirt open. He looks rather fidgety and annoyed for some reason. And his clothes look a little more relaxed than usual. We noticed that. He looks different, but I think it suits him. Yukimura, what are you doing here? I wasn't expecting to see him here at all. Oh, wait, what the? Wait, what? Okay, that was weird. I wasn't expecting to see him here at all. Tatsuya frowns at my question and looks away. ... Yukimura? Your turn. Tatsuya!
Come on.
Before we can even move, Takumi pops out from somewhere behind me with a grin. ... exclamation point. My heart jumps at his sudden appearance. Does he always just randomly appear? Tatsu was supposed to be helping his grandfather today, but his mom made him call it off when she heard about you. Tatsuya clicks his tongue.
Takumi, how the hell did you even get down here?
I followed Sujin, of course. Oddly enough, Tatsuya suddenly looks a little red in the face. Oh, is he blushing now too? Ooh.
And be quiet. Don't talk about my personal business.
I watched the exchange between the two friends, feeling a little more confused. Ooh, I think he's got the hots for her. Just what is going on exactly? Tatsuya looks at me and clears his throat.
My mom wondered who I was texting so much all of a sudden, so I had to explain the situation to her.
Nosy mom.
Yeah. I apologize for having to tell her about your issues. I'll be sitting in on your class today so that I can see what's covered. That way I can help you out more from here on out. And you.
He gives Takumi a very stern look. Ooh, look at that.
You need to go back upstairs.
No way, I finally managed to get here. I'm going to check it out. You're going to Professor K's class? You and him are cool, right? So he probably won't care if I sit in.
That's ridiculous. It isn't going to work. You'll just get us all in trouble.
It's fine. Now come on. Tatsuya just sighs and starts walking off towards the room with Takumi practically skipping after him. He looks like a little kid. I follow after them, my eyes never straying from Tatsuya's back. I find myself smiling a little. Ooh, she got a little crush. I don't know why he was so embarrassed, but it's very considerate of him to be so worried about having to tell anyone about me. It's not that big of a deal, but he really can be sweet. Even more so, I feel thankful to him for coming to sit with me in the class, even if it wasn't his idea. I've been nervous about seeing Hikaru after that terrible incident, but having Tatsuya with me makes me feel much more secure. I glance at Takumi, who suddenly seems so innocent. Plus, being alone with Takumi is making me a little nervous, so I'm relieved about that too. The three of us soon enters Professor Kasama's class. There's chapter 1, so thank you for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe and give a thumbs up. If you would also like to leave a comment, because we are new, we don't know how we're doing. So if there's anything you'd rather see us do or anything.